By the year 2035, something alarming will happen in the United States. Social Security will begin paying out more money than it brings in, and millions of Americans will suddenly realize a painful truth: they may never be able to retire. Today, the average American close to retirement has only $88,000 saved. In most places in the U.S., that won't even last 3 years. This is the Silent U.S. retirement crisis, a crisis that's already unfolding, and almost nobody is prepared for it. For decades, retirement in America was simple. You worked a stable job. You stayed loyal to your company, and when it was time, they rewarded you with a pension, income for the rest of your life. This system powered the American dream. Homes were affordable, healthcare was cheap, wages kept up with the cost of living. But that world no longer exists. In the 1980s, everything changed. Companies across America began phasing out pensions and replacing them with something new: the 401k. A pension guaranteed you a steady paycheck for life. A 401k does not. With a pension, the company carried the risk. With the 401k, the risk shifted entirely to the worker. You had to make the right investment decisions. You had to hope the market stayed strong. And you had to pray everything didn't collapse right before you retired. We saw those fears come true in 2000, 2008, and again in 2020. Entire nest eggs vanished overnight, and millions of Americans lost decades of savings. There's a common belief that Americans don't save because they're irresponsible. But the real story is much more complicated. Over the last 40 years, the cost of living exploded. Housing prices doubled, college tuition tripled, healthcare became one of the most expensive systems in the world. And through all of this, wages barely moved. In the 1970s, one income could support a family. Today, two incomes struggle to pay basic bills. Half of Americans now live paycheck to paycheck, and when you're just trying to survive the month, saving for retirement becomes almost impossible. For nearly 90 years, Social Security has been the backbone of American retirement. But when the system was created, the math was simple. 16 workers paid in for every one retiree collecting benefits. Today, that ratio is closer to 2 workers per retiree. People are living longer, they're having fewer children, and millions are retiring earlier. By the mid-2030s, Social Security's trust fund will be under major strain. That means benefits could be reduced, eligibility could change, or the entire system may need restructuring. For millions of older Americans, even a small change would be devastating. Right now, 1 in 4 Americans over the age of 65 is still working. Not because they want to, but because they have no other choice. The fastest growing workforce in the United States is people over the age of 75. For an entire generation, retirement is slipping out of reach. Behind closed doors, a quieter crisis is growing, a crisis many Americans never see. Senior homelessness is rising, medical bankruptcies are increasing, older adults are living alone with no savings and no support. Experts estimate that by the year 2030, the number of homeless seniors in America could triple. This isn't a future problem. This is happening right now. America now stands at a crossroads. One path means strengthening Social Security, raising benefits, controlling healthcare costs, and building a modern retirement system that works. The other path leads to a nation where millions of elderly people live in poverty, where retirement becomes a privilege only a few can afford, and where working until the day you die becomes normal. The direction America takes next will decide which future becomes real. The retirement crisis is silent, but it affects every single one of us. Every older worker, every person with no savings, every family struggling to get by. Their stories will one day become our stories too. If this documentary opened your eyes, consider sharing it. More people need to understand what's coming. Thank you for watching.